Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, My Maple Family. So today's video is not just about IELTS, but it is a video for each and every one of you who are taking online classes or learning through online sources during this pandemic. So this is something which I have observed, and as a teacher, as a mentor, I feel that it is my responsibility to let you know the 5 things that you should remember to make teaching learning process more effective. I am going to specifically talk about online classes here. So this video is suitable for all parents out there who have kids and who have been taking online classes recently. Also, it is important for you if you are a student yourself and taking online classes. So what is the meaning basically of teaching learning processes? Whatever you are learning through any source, whether you are learning through a actual classroom teaching we talk about, or we talk about online classes in specific. I have seen a lot of people not being able to, make the correct use of online classes. They complain that the children are not able to understand better. They are having a lot of trouble, with the online classes. So here are the 5 tips for each one of you to make the online teaching learning process little more effective. So, before I begin, I would just want to request you that if you like anything about whatever I'm sharing on my channel, then do not forget to subscribe to my channel. You won't lose anything by subscribing to my channel, but I will definitely get a lot of encouragement if you subscribe to my channel. So don't forget to do that. So let's get started. Okay, so the first tip to make your teaching learning process more effective is talk to them. Here I am referring to them as students. So when I talk about online classes in specific, I request the teachers to let the children talk. I have seen that online classes become too monotonous, where it is happening like the teacher is continuously giving a lecture, whereas when the students are listening, and that too not in a classroom environment, they are just sitting in front of the screen and listening to you, then the things become very monotonous for them. So encourage them to talk more instead of you talking more as a teacher. Same is with the parents as well. I have seen parents being too busy looking into their phone or working on their laptop, even though they are working from home. Then also they are not giving enough opportunities for the students or for their children to talk to them. So for teachers, for parents, this is the suggestion from my side, that you must talk to your children. If you do that, you will find that they learn from you. They learn a lot of things from their teachers as well as from their parents, right? So give them a chance to talk. Next is listen to them. Now, when I say listen to them, obviously, if you give them a chance to talk, whether if you are a teacher or you are a parent, just take some time out to listen to your kids. If you are listening to them, you will get to know where they are facing problems, what kind of problems do they face, what is the one thing that may be hampering their teaching learning process, right? And what kind of problems are they facing in their teaching learning process? What kind of problems are they facing during their online classes? So just making your child sit in front of the laptop and make them attend the class is not enough. So you need to listen to them. Post class, just take 5 minutes out to discuss what they have learned in the class. If they haven't learned anything, instead of scolding them, listen to their problems and try to resolve them. So this is another suggestion from my side, that you must listen to them. Next is give them breaks in between. Now, what do I mean by this? If you are a teacher, you must be aware that we should definitely give some break to the students during even a class lecture. So during online classes too, if you feel your child is feeling lost out, or the child is feeling sleepy, give them a break by doing some fun activities with them instantly, by just making them clap or ask them to jump on their own place where they are, or they can just do a little jogging. This will not just give them a break, but this will also give them a fun element would be added to the class. So this is another very important suggestion, that give them breaks in between the class. Next is encourage them to read books. In this pandemic time, students have been suffering through a lot, and they are unable to even communicate what they feel. Just like we adults can do, we talk to each other, we take out our frustration, we vent it out, but children are unable to do that. They are just, piling up all the negative thoughts that are coming to their mind, or if they are feeling discouraged, or if they are feeling depressed, they are not letting anybody know about it. So one way to divert their energies is to give them books to read, instead of just being stuck to the computer or the phone or the laptop all the time. As you must be aware that the screen has a very bad impact on not just our eyes but our minds too. These days I have seen many parents complaining that the children are unable to sleep on time, they do not feel sleepy. One is that they are not doing too much of physical activity, secondly they are using a lot of phone or different types of gadgets. So instead of encouraging them to read their books or their text through the laptop or screen, encourage them to read from the books. This is very important, friends. Before going to bed, they can read a story. Encourage them to read their textbooks instead of just reading what ma'am has sent them through the laptop. So this is one encouragement that you should give to your children. And friends, one thing more I want to add here is that children totally imitate their parents. Whatever we do, they are also doing the same. As parents, we are too busy working from home, working on a laptop, using a mobile phone, and if we are not encouraged to read books, then don't expect your children to do something out of the world, right? So I would encourage you to first start picking up a book and start reading at least for 10 minutes a day, and you will see that your children also feel encouraged by what you do, and hence they might also get this interest of reading books. So this is something which you must try, and I am promising you that this is really going to work. Okay, the last but not the least, the fifth encouragement that I want to give you is that use your words wisely. Now, whether you are a teacher or a parent, it is very important that you do not discourage your children by any means. I mean to say, you should not be repeating such words which can discourage the child for doing nothing, right? So if even if they are trying a bit, try to encourage them by saying, well tried, you have at least tried it, you will get better if you practice. So such words are much better than just saying that, what have you drawn, this is so pathetic, it is looking so ugly. If you are going to use negative terms with your children, those terms get stuck to their mind. They are very naive to understand what exactly you mean to say. So I would just suggest that you should try and use positive terms like well tried, try a little more and you will get better. You have done this brilliantly, but if you would have made certain changes, then things would be better. So try to encourage them by praising what they have at least tried, and encourage them and teach them the correct way of doing it if you feel that they have not done it correctly, right? So friends, use like I have seen many parents just calling out names to their children by calling them, you are such a dumb child, you are not intelligent, by comparing them with other children. So if you are going to use such words, that those words definitely affect them to a large extent, and they create a negative picture for themselves in their mind, which is going to harm them instead of benefiting them even a bit. So if you feel that you need your child to improve, try to use some positive terms. right? So now I have been discussing this with all the students I'm associated with all their parents, and as a teacher I also follow these tips with my students to encourage them to not feel disheartened in this particular time, because we do not realize this, but this is a fact that children are also suffering during the pandemic. They are not supposed to go out, they are stuck in at their home, they are not able to meet their friends. So as parents, as teachers, it is our utmost responsibility to make them understand, to enhance their mood, and not to discourage them in any sense. Also, to make the teaching learning process better, we should try following these 5 tips, and I hope these tips are going to definitely help you. And if they help you even a bit, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of any other video that I post soon. Also, I keep on sharing a lot of vocabulary words on my IELTS page, which is on Instagram. So if you feel like learning through social media, then do not forget to follow my page on Instagram, which is by the name of IELTS_Maple Family. So friends, that's all for today. I'll be soon back with another interesting video for all of you. Thanks for watching. Bye.